Hi Gemini, how's it going? I hope you're doing awesome today. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. My name is Lynn, and I'm going to do a general reading for you for the month of August. So, I don't know if you can hear all this noise outside. Hopefully you can't. I have my window open. But I've already cleared the energy of the cards, and I shuffled. I pulled 10 cards for a Celtic cross spread, and one overall energy card, and I'll go over this at the very end. Okay, so some of the cards came out reversed. That just means you're getting extra protection from spirit. If any of the messages repeat, I'll try and catch that and let you know. I believe Spirit really wants us to get the message if they repeat. And always check your sun, moon, rising signs in case you have messages over there. And if any of this reading gave you any guidance, if you could please like, share, let me know. That'd be awesome. So, success comes up in your reading a few times. Rewards comes up. Ego comes up. Apathy, not learning from the past, not learning from past mistakes. Abuse of power comes up a few times. I'm going to go through them all, but I'm just letting you know at the beginning, okay? Rewards comes up. So let's start with your first card. This is the Three of Cups. Actually, I'll just close the door a bit. It's too loud. Okay, so the first card is the Three of Cups. This card represents your current situation. This card's all about celebrations, victory, healing, abundance, community, happiness, reunions, collaborations, parties. This card is represented by Cancer in the zodiac. So this card could represent the conclusion of any matter. It's a card of creativity, pleasure, joy. It could be marriage for some of you. It's a card of perfection. Maybe you're going to a wedding, or there's going to be an engagement in August, a party, a graduation, a baby shower. It's a card of friendship, collaborations, happiness, community, happy times, healing, fulfillment, abundance. It's a happy issue. So this card represents a time of celebration, mutual support. It's the grateful recognition of family, friends, and community and all they add to our lives, often in the form of holidays, birthdays, anniversaries, or other celebrations. This card could also suggest the ending of a disagreement by way of a happy compromise. It is a all-around good omen in financial, relationship, work, or spiritual concerns. A celebration that's shared by a family, a household, or a group. Reaping the fruits or rewards of the happy union or collaboration, a marriage, or a birth. It's also a card of emotional growth, happiness, and accomplishments. For some of you, it could represent recovery from emotional wounds. Spirit is saying that although it's a wonderful and exciting moment, it's merely just the beginning. Your emotions and your emotional reactions must be maintained and balanced for more happiness to come. Okay? Celebration, birth of a child, celebrating the success of a new business maybe, or joint venture. Something has been brought to completion. Victory, success is represented by the Three of Cups. You're experiencing success. Your feelings are clear now and you understand your emotional patterns in a positive, growth-producing way. Gemini, you're on your way to great things. And then your second card is the Eight of Pentacles. This card represents what's crossing you or what's challenging you or your situation, or it could be what you're celebrating. This card is known as the Apprenticeship card. It's about hard work, self-employment, having high standards, skills, talent, expertise. It could represent a new job. It represents confidence. Again, success, financial security, achieving new skills. It could also represent your skills are going to bring you financial rewards. Just have patience. For some of you, a new project has begun. You're learning and mastering new skills, which will lead to a new means of earning income or pursuing a new project. You're honing your skills in preparation for a new and challenging project. Financial prosperity is predicted. Now's the time to maintain your composure. So they're repeating that message. I would make a note of that. I'm going to make a note of it too. Make sure you make a note that it is time for you to maintain your composure and have faith in your talents. You're ready to head in a new direction or start a new project, business, or career. Okay, the Apprentice card. You've taken up a new job, a new craft, art, or activity. It's not an easy road, for being a beginner brings a hard learning curve and tedious repetition until you get it perfect. But because you have a goal and the passion that comes with a new endeavor, it's likely the bumpy beginning part of the journey will not discourage you. Okay, it's a card of craftsmanship, conscientious work, developing and applying your skills in a productive manner. You know what you want and how to go about achieving it. So if you're sincere and persevere, your efforts will succeed. A new venture brings success because you're training yourself intensively with a clear goal in mind. You're integrating old skills into a new form, or you're adding new skills. You've tried various means of making a living, and you're now finalizing how you want to use your personal resources to fulfill your needs and expand. Your sureness of purpose guarantees success. Your craftsmanship will be rewarded by increased income, opportunity, and respect. That's the reward that Spirit is bringing up a few times throughout your reading, okay? And your sureness of purpose. that is a message I would make a note of. The Eight of Pentacles is about having high standards. It's a card of productivity, accomplishment, hard work, self-employment, being dedicated, doing repetitive tasks, qualifications, paying attention to detail, job satisfaction, achieving your goals, financial security. It's a card, it could represent a scholarship, a building business, your reputation, skill development, expertise, commitment. Your third card is the Judgment card. This is a major arcana. It represents the basis of your situation or foundation. This card is about, and I also wanted to mention, this is Virgo energy. The Judgment card is all about reevaluating things, rebirthing things. Again, being rewarded for your past efforts. It's a card of forgiveness, responsibility. Again, Spirit is bringing up purpose, acceptance, an awakening, a reckoning, going through a total transformation. The Judgment card suggests that you're having a personal awakening. You may be turning away from a traditional set of beliefs and towards one that better suits your personal philosophy of life. Judgment represents the end of an old way of life, a cycle that is finished. It's time for you to seek a new direction, to make adjustments that reflect who you truly are. This is a positive card. It symbolizes regeneration and rebirth after a period of confusion and confinement. You may have felt dead in your old life. You have the unique opportunity to enliven yourself and your environment by making the appropriate changes. It's a time of freedom to be yourself. You've had a wake-up call from the universe. You're now ready to step into a new phase of your maturing process. Your life is fairly settled now, and you're letting things grow at a steady pace without hurrying the process. A new phase in your life is coming into being as the natural result of your maturity. You might be getting important news that will prove to be beneficial, or you may learn something new that will bring you joy and a sense of fulfillment. And if you've been having trouble with your health, this card says that it will improve, and any problems that you're dealing with will be easily solved at this time. You're being called to face your past before moving on. It's time to acknowledge whatever happened, accept it, and let it go. You've learned so much and you've been through so much. You now have the wisdom and strength to free yourself from the past. A time for change is at hand. It could be a new job, a new relationship, or a new way of life. But this time you're more in control. You've decided to heed the call. You have the experience and the knowledge to move forward now. You just have to make your final farewells. This card is about going through a total transformation. Acceptance, renewal, awakening, reconciliation, self-evaluation, an inner calling, a rebirth. Again, being rewarded for your past efforts. Forgiveness. Then your fourth card is the Three of Pentacles. This card represents your past, but is relevant to your current situation. It came out reversed. This card represents the ego, working alone, a lack of teamwork, not learning from past mistakes, having no determination, no goals, no dedication. It's a card of apathy. So this card represents your past. It's Capricorn energy. It talks about a lack of teamwork, being disorganized, group conflicts, poor motivation, truancy, apathy. There's competition, there's misalignment, there's disharmony, poor work, poor quality work, no motivation, not learning from mistakes, an unwillingness to learn, a lack of growth, poor work ethic, can all be represented by the Three of Pentacles reversed. Gemini, I just want to interrupt the reading just to clarify that all the messages you received today are from Spirit, okay? Not from me. Unless I tell you that it's my intuition that I'm picking something up, then the messages are from me. So don't shoot the messenger, okay? I just like to give you everything, all the information that I have. And again, it's a general reading, so only take what resonates. If it doesn't resonate with you, just ignore it, give it to someone else. But yeah, this is all from Spirit, okay? You aren't making the effort to acquire the new skills you need in today's changing marketplace. You may be stuck in a job you really don't like, but lack the confidence or ambition to strike out and change things for the better. Spirit is saying, get going. Thought without action is useless. Things are not going according to plan. Maybe you've taken on too much and cannot handle everything very well, or it could mean that you haven't applied yourself as well as you could have. Okay? Pentacles have to do with tangible achievements and material gain. This card could indicate problems with a project, delayed success, or unnecessary anxiety over business. If this resonates, Spirit is saying a rest or break is needed for you to maintain balance. It could also indicate sudden opportunities and the need to develop more skills to achieve success. Your finances are currently blocked. You need to activate your skills to create money flow. And the need and the help of other collaborators needs to be acknowledged at this time. And then your immediate future card, what's likely to happen very soon in your life, you have the Six of Pentacles reversed. This card talks about abuse of power, which comes up a couple times in your reading. The Six of Pentacles reversed is a card of tyranny, poor work ethic again, a lack of a lack or abuse of generosity. It could be unemployment, receiving gifts with strings attached, being underpaid, undervalued. It's a card of greed. Your immediate future card is represented by Taurus in the zodiac. It's telling you to focus on self-care. So this card is ruled by Taurus. It's a card of inequality, a lack of charity. It could represent scams, fake charity, bad debts, unemployment, poor financial decisions, a lack of generosity, abuse of generosity, power of dynamics, subservience, gullibility, stinginess. It's a card of power and domination. So your immediate future message is, Spirit is saying you need to recoup after a period of loss and confusion. You may want to help others, but you don't have the means, and that makes you unhappy. You may be required to find a lifestyle that will create a sense of security for you so that you can find peace of mind. This card could suggest that your need will not be met, the loan or scholarship denied, and if you're approached for help, you'll be unable to do so. It could also indicate that you're going to be offered help, but you're going to refuse it. That's why ego keeps coming up. Don't let your ego get in the way, okay? The Six of Pentacles reversed represents a mean or greedy person with stingy behavior, or it could represent material loss, such as money or a property. If that resonates, Gemini, I'm sending you a really big hug, okay? But the outcome that you desire most in your situation is the Ten of Pentacles. This card's all about wealth, long-term success again, sharing rewards, stability, tradition, privilege, inheritance, contentment, receiving a large sum of money. The outcome that you desire most in your situation, a strong, secure foundation, usually based on family ties, whether it's a home or business. It could also deal with legacies received and given. You may either receive a legacy or small winnings to invest for the future, or you may acquire a home or business of your own, creating security for you and your loved ones. Maybe you're investing in the community in some way. This is a card of contentment again, marrying into money. It's stability, it's satisfaction, it's privilege, inherited issues, settling down, prenups, trust funds, marriage is coming up again. Legacy, inheritance. So this is a happy card. It indicates a solid and secure life, both in business and with your family. Your work and planning have paid off and you're enjoying the fruits of your labor. You're emphasizing home and family at this point, now that you have a secure income to support them. Maybe you're planning on buying a car or that house you've always wanted. Family matters are at the forefront, and you have the leisure to concentrate on personal affairs. So yeah, marrying into money or receiving an inheritance. It's a card of financial security. This card is also letting you know or reminding you that while we all seek physical well-being and prosperity in our daily lives. Seeking spiritual fulfillment is also important. This card represents long-term success based on spiritual wisdom and understanding. This card's message is that acquiring material gain through a balanced attitude lasts for generations. I love that message for you, Gemini. They're bringing that balanced attitude up again. I'm going to repeat that. Acquiring material gain through a balanced attitude lasts for generations. I'm just going to have a little water. The formation of sturdy foundations for families or businesses is indicated by the Ten of Pentacles. Again, purchasing a home or the establishment of a tradition are both symbolic of life's security, stability, and permanence. This is a card of family money, legacy, renewal. Again, Spirit's bringing up renewal, financial comfort. Gemini, you will get used to living in luxury, but be careful not to grow complacent and overindulgent. When the Ten of Pentacles shows up in a reading, it says long-term prosperity and material contentment have been achieved. You're at ease in your own house, and you will be in a position or have the potential to leave a wonderful legacy to your descendants. This card could also represent a store, a boutique, a restaurant, a department mall, a business headquarters, an office, or a luxurious home. And then your self-image card, how you see yourself, is the Knight of Pentacles. So this can be male or female in a general reading, okay? The Knight of Pentacles, how you see yourself. I like this card for you. Virgo energy. Practical, reliable, efficient, stoic, committed, patient, hardworking, responsible, conservative. You're working for what you want. You're making your dreams and wishes come through. You're persistent. You're environmentally conscious. Maybe a little bit stubborn, loyal, persistent, defensive. It's telling you to finish what you started. You're sensible, considerate, stable, responsible, respectful, ambitious. Slow and steady wins the race. Remember that? Male or female, you're someone with the spirit of adventure, but you're practical and materially minded. You're good at performing any task set out for you. You might not be a self-starter. This card could also suggest a situation involving arrivals and or departures. So you may quit your job for a more lucrative one elsewhere. You may move to another locale for financial or work-related reasons. Or you might be experiencing other changes in your life relative to money, possessions, or security, which has also come up already. You're very dependable. People can count on you to do what you say and to do it well. Whatever the task is, you'll work until it's finished. You're the handyman who can do anything. You're the kid who works his way through school and manages to save for his house at the same time. You're good about saving and investing carefully, but you're not about making a quick buck or taking big risks. You're extremely organized, maybe annoyingly so. You may be a bit of a loner, preferring staying home to nightclubs or large parties. Sometimes you may be a little too cautious in your choices and a little too tight with your money. You may feel you may be a little bit dull and stubborn. Again, just take what resonates and ignore the rest. Okay? You possess boundless patience and tolerance. You're nice. You're trustworthy. You will complete a task no matter how long it takes. You never fail to achieve your objectives because you never give up. Another one I love for you, Gemini. Others seek out your attributes of endurance and capacity for honest effort. You're finance-oriented, analytical, methodical, reliable, logical, sensible, systematic, and stable in your approach. You can be trusted. This card could also signify a happy outcome of a situation, particularly business ventures that have gone on for a long time or appear to be unfruitful at first. And then your environment card, or how others see you in your situation, you have the Strength card reversed. So this is Leo energy. The Strength card reversed is all about self-doubt. It's all about weakness. It's all about abuse of power again. That's coming up again, abuse of power. It could represent a power of dynamics, being vulnerable, vulnerability, low strength, low energy. It could represent a lack of confidence, weakness, cowardice, inadequacy, forcefulness, feeling inadequate, low self-esteem. Beware of letting your animal passions and instincts control you, and also beware of repressing or denying them altogether. Either extremes will cause some problems in your life. Okay? But you should know how much inner strength you do have. Do not doubt yourself. Okay? Maybe you don't doubt yourself. Maybe you know how strong you are. Maybe other people doubt you. That's their problem. You may be struggling to maintain your sense of self as you figure out what to do in a difficult and potentially harmful situation. And as a result, your inner instinctive nature is calling you to pay attention to your own needs instead of doing what others tell you. It may be a time of hardship, but you will eventually overcome the difficulties and come out on top. And this is this card represents your environment and how others see you. This card, the Strength card reverse, is telling you that Others may think you're behaving foolishly and not following the standards set by society. But your basic instincts of survival say that this is a time for you to be expressing your individuality. Okay? Who cares what other people think or say? That's none of your business. Let's just stay on your own path, focus on your own journey, okay? And then your hopes and fears, what you hope for and fear the most in your situation. You have the Queen of Swords reversed. This is either you, someone in your life, or a situation, male or female, in a general reading. This card's talking about not learning from the past again. This card is about the Queen of Swords reversed, male or female, is bitter, deceitful, pessimistic, cruel, malicious, manipulative. She has repressed trauma. She could represent an absent mother. The Queen of Swords reversed is represented by Libra in the zodiac. Cold, judgmental, harsh. Even though she's extremely smart, her gifts are tarnished by pain and bitterness, and she tends to use her knowledge and her tongue to cause unnecessary pain. Unforgiving. She could represent poor communication, someone who's obsessive, dysfunctional, dependent, spiteful, vindictive. She lacks empathy. The Queen of Swords reversed is someone who's represents someone who is not facing the reality of their situation. They're overcome with grief, or they're feeling sorry for themselves. She can be cruel and selfish. She could indicate muddled thinking and a narrow or limited perspective, scatterbrained, mental fogginess, unforgiving, infertile. This card could be letting you know, Gemini, that you're not dealing well with a loss. There may be sadness, withdrawal, or mourning beyond reasonable expectations. And if this card doesn't represent a person, it can represent a situation in which you are bogged down emotionally, wallowing in pain. And then your future card, if all is to remain as is the Sun reversed. This represents the ego again. Negativity, sadness, your inner child, blocked happiness, feeling down, pessimistic. But this card is letting you know that success is waiting for you. Success awaits you. Okay? It could also be excessive enthusiasm or being overly optimistic. It could represent having unrealistic expectations. It could represent conceitedness, a miscarriage, a stillbirth, an abortion. If that resonates, again, I'm sending you the biggest hug out, okay? Negativity, blocked happiness, a lack of enthusiasm. This card suggests too much of a good thing, too many projects, too much energy, which can all lead to burnout. It's telling you that overthinking or overanalyzing is a danger, and that something is blocking the usual happiness and success that the Sun brings. The Sun is never never a negative card, even when it comes out reversed. It could just mean that you may experience delays, or that you'll have to make some adjustments that you hadn't planned on. You might have, again, Spirit's bringing up you might have to exert more effort to produce positive results. Remember, they brought that up already. I'm just making a note of that. So now's the time for you to explore new and more effective ways to express who you are to the outside world. Okay? Right now, your future does not look as bright as it can be, or Spirit is saying again, you're not trying as hard as you can to achieve the success that you desire. But it could also symbolize overconfidence, vanity, and arrogance that's blocking your success. It could represent difficulties in partnerships or worries about children. Take how it resonates. And then the overall energy of your reading is the Two of Wands reversed. This card talks about not taking action, which Spirit's already brought up. This talks about indecision, a fear of change, a lack of planning, the overall energy of your reading. Again, Spirit is bringing up you're overanalyzing things, you're playing it safe, you're not planning, bad planning, you're not taking action, you're avoiding risks. Set some personal goals, align with yourself. This is a card of inner alignment. You're choosing the safest option. You doubt yourself. This card could represent canceled or delayed travel. This card is also bringing up sudden arrival or returns, choosing a mundane life, a fear, oh, that's just my dog, sorry, fear of the unknown. You could be in for a surprise, deciding not to go, canceled immigration, staying put, restricted options. The Two of Wands reversed says that you may be in for a surprise. Someone may disappoint you or make an unexpected appearance, changing your situation. Okay, someone may disappoint you, or someone may make a surprising appearance. There could be issues with your partnership, or it's not working, Spirit is saying. So that is your reading, Gemini. If this reading resonated with you, please like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment. Thank you for letting me channel these messages today from Spirit. I'm truly very grateful. Have an awesome day, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.